Hey, what's up, guys? I made a video yesterday which was outlining my dosage protocol from for my cruise cycle, and long story short, it's just taking 150 tests, 100 Masteron, and 50 at least NPP, and some people responded being like that they would never take a NOR 19, and I understand why. It can have negative side effects, but I believe it is also a really desirable compound and one that is very safe as well. Like if you just take it in the right dosages, and there's a lot of evidence and science to support that. So, why am I adding continuing adding the Nandrolone? Well, reason number one, I'll just get right to it. I have like some really major joint pathology issues, osteoarthritis in my ankles, knees, and hips. And I felt like when I'm on Nandrolone, it was like 50% better, the pain. And I know that's just kind of masking the pain, so when I go off it, it won't be necessarily there. But even if I just ran a microdose of Nandrolone and it helped with it a little bit, that's going to help out my my exercise routine and even work, which my work involves a lot of physical activity, being on my feet, bent over, like doing massage. Yeah, it really does a number on my hips and back. So if Nandrolone can help a little bit with that, I think I'll continue running it at least like in a smaller dose, okay? The other reason, which I want to get into, is I would much rather stack on something like Nandrolone on testosterone as opposed to running higher test levels, because running like a higher test level can have side effects in itself. Like that can cause even hair loss. Nandrolone, I believe, don't necessarily quote me on this one, but I really do believe that it does not cause hair loss. So if you ran 300 tests, that might cause hair loss. But if you ran 200 tests and 100 Nandrolone, that might not necessarily cause hair loss. So that's actually pretty good, right? It's one way to balance your stack, in other words, and not just with hair loss, with other desirable effects. That's the whole reason why. One of the reasons why, anyway, I do is stack different compounds as opposed to just running one or two at higher doses, because a few things add a little bit adds up real quick, right? That 50 to 100 Nandrolone on top of already taking 150 tests and 100 mass, like that'll take it up a notch. I guarantee it. It's just like there'll be a big difference if you ran 150 tests a week to 250 tests a week. You know what I mean? So adding that 100 Nandrolone, I believe, will be great, especially on a cruise, because the whole point of a cruise is not to have negative consequences or side effects or effects on blood panel and other thing on your blood, right? So that is another reason. The third reason is since I'm running Masteron alongside of testosterone, I don't really want to totally dry out. So adding that Nandrolone is a little bit of like wetness, a little bit of fullness that will stay there as well. And as well, it's perfect for so that's like maintaining size, but as well maintaining strength through it. Even if it just adds a little bit of strength, I'll be happy with that. That being said, it's just a little bit. It's not like it's going to be huge, noticeable. It's not like I'm blasting it, or like my last cycle where there was major noticeable effects on strength and size. But this is all about just like a maintenance. And if I can still make a little bit of gains through a cruise, I think that would be ideal, right? So I think that is definitely doable while not having while cooling off, letting my body chill from higher doses of compounds. Like when I was running before, I was going up to 400 tests, 400 mast, and 200 NPP. So that's running a gram a gear, right? That's what I was doing before. Now I'm only running less than 1/3 of that. So I believe that it will be very, very tolerable and I think ideal stack. So that's why I'm running Nandrolone. And the last thing I'm going to mention is that I've heard people who, like especially old guys, who run Nandrolone because of their joint issues on their TRT stack, and they say, and I've heard a few examples of this, where it doesn't negatively affect their blood or cook their organs in any way. So that's, I think, a good thing. It's good evidence anyway. And I've also don't ask me to refer these studies, but in the past I have come across studies where long-term Nandrolone use is not is very safe. If you take higher doses of Nandrolone, then there are potential effects such as on your heart and I believe your LDL lipids, and I think it will cause left ventricular hypertrophy. So moral of the story is, I wouldn't, like personally, I don't think I would run Nandrolone over that 150 to 200 a week. You know what I mean? Some people do, bodybuilders do, run a lot higher than that. I don't think it's necessary. I think it's like, you have your primary compound, like your base, whatever, that's like test. You have a secondary compound, I would say that should be Primobolan or Masteron. I think Masteron's more ideal for me because it manages estrogen well, but Primobolan is very good, very chill, and great results, long-term results on that. And then the third compound would be something like a Nandrolone, and since it's kind of the third, it's not really a primary one, so it's like one that's like just in the background, that's still doing something, but it's not like it's having the greatest effect. So it just at like 150 a week, I think that's like a good amount just to have there for a little bit of muscle fullness. You know what I mean? Especially when you're running Masteron, like I was mentioning before. You're not going to totally dry out. You're gonna have some fullness to the muscle while losing the water weight and things. So that's why I lost a lot of weight on this last 10 pounds, at least now, on that last blast, and while gaining significant strength and size. Like I've looked at pictures of my my back and my shoulders, and I definitely look like a lot bigger. Nothing too crazy, you know what I mean? But it's there for sure. And other than that, like right at the end of that blast, like other than a bit of a rage issues and things, the side effects were very minimal. I really didn't notice anything too crazy. So yeah, I think I'll bring this video to a conclusion, but let me hear your guys' thoughts on Nandrolone. Some people are like, that's one I will never run. Other people are like, yeah, I don't want the potential crazy anxiety from it. But I don't want to be here like trying to convince you guys to take it or whatever, but like it is great. I think it's one that I will continue running, but again, not at any significant doses. You just got to keep everything in check, so in moderation. So I'll leave it there, guys. This video, again, love to hear your guys' feedback on this video in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.